From the theme park capital of the world, Orlando, Florida, this is the Theme Park Podcast. Wait, podcast? Is this on the radio? Why does everything gotta be so messy on this station? Anyway, here's your hosts, Dickerman, Jimmy D, and Scott Harris.
Hey there, and welcome to the Theme Park Podcast. Dickerman here. There is Scott Harris.
Hello, hi.
And Jimmy D. I did it backwards. I'm sorry.
You threw me off. I was not prepared.
100%. That was my fault. You know what it is? We're doing a three-screen thing today, so I just went in order because Scott's in the middle.
I have nothing quippy prepared. I needed that extra 3 seconds.
No.
Promo code Jimmy.
Yes.
Spooky, Halloween, scary something.
Yeah, just wrap it up. Spooky season. It is race weekend at Walt Disney World. We do put out a warning every time there is a race weekend. Princess Half Marathon this weekend. It will be insane if you go anywhere near the parks.
That
AKA traffic cone season as well.
So many traffic, like that traffic cone guy. It's like one guy. He is a billionaire just based off these races.
It's Bob Barricade.
Bob's Barricades. He's Bob's Barricades and traffic cones.
All right. I got a question
feel
for you
like
guys.
they should be in the name.
I got a question for you. Along with those cones that are everywhere, there are also porta potties everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not participating in the race, I'm just on Disney property, and I got to go real bad. Is it uncouth to pull off into the grass and just run?
Yes, you did not earn the right to use that porta potty.
I say you can use it. I say you use it first in the day, and you're the first one to ruin it. Because whoever uses it first ruins it for the rest of everybody else. It was great until then.
Well, I mean, it's not like I had Taco Bell the night before or something. I mean, it
doesn't matter.
Fine.
You look at that thing funny, and it's ruined for the day.
We should just say because I think it was Jimmy. You gave the public service announcement years ago to not drive over traffic cones, and it's not good for your vehicle to do so.
Oh my god! Dude, circa 1996, I-4. There's like cones everywhere, and I was like, I wonder what it'd be like to hit a cone. It knocked the headlight out of my truck, and when it went over it, it felt like I rolled over a body, and then the cone flipped up into the air because it's a rear-wheel drive vehicle. It was just a disaster. Do not hit the cones. It sounds funny, but it is not.
So much more damage than you would expect.
Oh my god! I'm like, okay, that was a $1,200 idiot moment.
Yeah, I don't recommend driving into the water buckets either. Those things.
No, just stay on the road. Just to avoid obstacles in front of you.
It's probably for the best. It's for the best. But yeah, race weekend this weekend, it's going to be nuts out there. Even if you go late in the day, you'll still just see all the racers walking around the park. But early in the morning, forget it. It's crazy.
And here's the thing. You'll see them walking around the park, and they've earned this. They'll be wearing their medals, showing off their achievements. Mm-hmm. You can hear them coming like 3 countries away at Epcot.
Oh, yeah. Talking about clink, 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 clink.
Just so the public knows, if they try to use that medal to cut the line, that's not a real thing. Just telling you.
What if you want to let them cut the line because of their medal? Like they accomplished something that day.
Well, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just be forewarned. A lot of tutus probably going to be out there this weekend, too. A lot of tutus. Princess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, costumes in general.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's the only time I've ever cosplayed was at a race.
You were Carl.
Oh yeah, and I noticed that a certain foundation shared that picture.
I've heard your picture's been shared all across our social media channels.
It has, and it made its way back to my team.
Oh yeah, I know. So, I heard.
Oh, you heard about the Photoshop contest?
I didn't hear that. No, I didn't hear that. Yeah. I just heard you're getting used across the platform, regardless of your release of the photo or not.
Oh, it's not my. Well, actually, it is my. No, how does that work? When it comes to the Disney photos and the Photo Pass, who owns the rights to those photos?
I do not know. I think you do.
I'm sure it's probably something in the waiver that you have to sign when you.
Oh yeah, you know their waivers. It's long.
Yeah.
Forget it. Nobody's reading that thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question.
All right. Should we get into our lead story for this podcast here?
Yeah, for once, there's actual news related to you.
Me?
Yeah, usually it's Jimmy related news, like a new tiki mug or something else.
What do we got? What do we got?
Disney World announces the end of virtual queues at Guardians of the Galaxy: Cosmic Rewind and Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
So now you can just get in line?
Now you can just get in line. Beginning February, this will end February 25th, so beginning February 26th.
Whoever made this decision, give that individual a raise. They deserve it.
Robert
They listen
Iger.
to the people. They listen to the... No, don't give him a raise. They listen to the people, and they're giving us what we want. Just let us wait in line for the freaking Guardians.
They're giving specifically you what you want. You have said if they do this, you will get an annual pass. You have gone on record on this podcast saying that.
Did I say that?
You did.
I don't recall saying annual pass. Maybe like the Wednesday after 2 pass. Do they have that?
They don't have the Epcot after 4 anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's too good of a deal. People would take advantage of it, and they're like, "No, we can't do that. You can't sell something for like $150. Come on, $700 minimum."
Yeah. So no more waking up at 6:30 in the morning to try to get a virtual queue.
I love it. I hope I at one point can have an annual pass for Walt Disney World again. If I come into some money, perhaps an inheritance, I will maybe jump on that boat.
What do you think it would take to get you to what's the amount that would push you over the top to go?
The amount of money?
Yeah.
Or the amount of money? I mean, just
you
cover
got an
the
inheritance. How much of an inheritance do you need to?
If it covers the pass, I'm in. $700.
Oh. I was like, I will give you $20 right now.
If we can get the whole family covered, we'll do it for $2,100. Everybody's happy.
Does everyone need one though?
I don't know. Maybe if we could share like we do streaming services, that'd be great. We have 2 and we split it between the 3 of us.
Well, no. How about that? Does everyone need the same level?
Oh no, I'm getting the lowest possible level that includes free parking. So it's a pirate pass for me. It's never going to go above that. Even if I had $1 billion, it wouldn't go above that.
Do they still have the one that is just weekdays?
The Pixie Pass.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you get the 7-day-a-week one, and then somebody else gets 5 days.
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's still expensive. What's that Pixie Pass? Like $500, right?
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask that.
It doesn't matter. It's outside of my price range. That's what it is. Outside my price range.
Well, I mean, they're giving you what you asked for.
This is true. This is just like, I did end up going to SeaWorld's Hallow Screen a year after I wished it into existence. So maybe in the next 365 days, I will make it out to Epcot to wait in line for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Or maybe not. Maybe you'll just get there early and you'll just get walk right on.
That could happen too. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. When this virtual queue goes away, nobody knows what's going to happen.
It would also require you to wake up early to rope drop like that.
I do that 5 days a week, and I do not care for it.
By the way, I just pulled up the. Oh wait, never mind. That's why.
Jennifer, when you worked in radio, what time did you get up in the morning?
10.
That's when you got up.
Yeah.
What time?
Depends on the job, I guess. It depends on what job I had. Like when I was, just doing on air afternoons or nights or whatever. Yeah, 10 o'clock out of bed. Rolled to work around noon.
But when you sat next to me for like 6 years and worked,
I think they made us come in around 9 for a while. That was like a thing. I remember for a minute, they tried to make us come in for the morning shows, and that didn't fly for long.
You did not come in at 9.
I
know when you were coming in around
9:30?
10:30, 11.
Really? No.
Because he would leave at like 10:30, 11 to go do jujitsu.
That's what I mean. He would come at 10 and then leave at 10:30.
Oh no, I would come at 10. I would leave at 11:30. I'd be back by 2 to do my radio show and be gone by 5.
Okay.
Over there.
I got the monthly breakdown for the passes because it won't tell me like just price.
No, you can't just buy it straight out anymore. Now they want you to be a subscription service.
Correct. All right. The Pixie Dust Pass.
Mm-hmm.
After a down payment of $205.
Okay. $205.
$24.54 a month.
Okay. All right.
That is the Monday through Friday pass.
Yes.
The Pirate Pass with $205 down payment, $56.49.
Oh, that's double.
But you get it's got less blackout days, and you can go every day.
Yeah, you can go Monday through Friday, or you can go
7 days a week.
What days can I go? Does Friday count in the Pixie Dust Pass? Can I go Monday
Tuesday, through Friday?
Well, I just want to make sure because sometimes people are like, "Oh no, Friday's too popular. You can't go."
Well, you do still have to make a reservation.
Okay. I mean, the price on that's not bad. It's back to the old days. I mean, you just can't go on the weekend.
Dickerman, tomorrow, Disneyland Tokyo releases their tickets for the day that I'm going to go because I'm going to go to Disney Sea.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be 8,900 yen, which is equivalent of about $57.
I know, that's crazy. That's such a great deal.
For a 1 day, for a 1 day park. And I'm like, oh my God. I cannot
This is
wait.
how it used to be. This is how it used to be. Yeah. I can't wait to see what the experience is like because you can compare it. Is this the Disney that is actually run by someone else, or is this the one that's still run by Disney Corporation? Do we know? Because there's one that's like they have all the IP and everything, but it's not run by them.
Operated by the Oriental Land Company.
Okay, all right. So I'm curious how that is.
Because I've watched. I'm not trying to watch too many videos because I want to be surprised by things. I want to but I have seen some people talk about it, and they're like, "You're going to find some IPs that just don't normally appear in Disney parks."
Yep.
Like Sinbad, for instance, is in one of the 2 Japanese parks.
I never expected to see Nightmare on Elm Street here, but there's Freddy Krueger.
I don't think it'll be quite like that, but it'll still be on brand. It'll just be, not technically brand.
But yeah, like most of the a lot of the foreign parks are like that. Tokyo is, and Hong Kong is as well.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll get the full report when Jimmy goes to Japan. What is that time that you'll be at Disney in Japan?
That'll be April 21st. That's the other thing that's interesting about Tokyo or Disneyland Tokyo is they only sell their tickets like 60 days out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's pretty soon.
Yeah, and I have been finding like a lot of things in Japan are like that where they don't sell tickets until 60 days before the event. Like one of the things was Nintendo Land, or not Nintendo Land, I'm sorry, the Nintendo Museum. I wasn't able to get tickets, but you had to get in a lottery, and I had to get in a lottery in January for April.
Wow.
So,
okay. All right. Well, I'm really excited about Guardians of the Galaxy. Eventually, I will get a ticket and I will go.
You should. It's a fun ride.
Yeah, it's a great ride.
I've actually only done it
if
once.
You can handle it. Some people can't do it and they get barf right away on that ride.
Yeah.
And it's just dependent on the person. Like I can get sick on a ride, put me on that Harry Potter ride twice with the broomsticks, and I'm done for the day. But the Guardians ride didn't bother me. But some people, they get off that thing and they're green.
But that is because they should have dressed up like Envy from Inside Out.
There it is.
Yes. All right. Well, that's exciting news. I like that piece of news.
That's
good for Disney.
Specific news for you.
It's good. Good.
Have we mentioned that they got 2 new manatees at the Living
They do
Seas?
have 2 new I don't know if we mentioned that. I think we talked about it on text, but I don't think we mentioned it, right?
Again, more news related to you.
Yeah. Where'd they get these manatees? They scoop them up over at Blue Springs when they're over there swimming. When they're all there, they just grab a couple and nobody's looking.
Probably the water.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know their exact story, but I'm sure
the origin
rescued in some fashion because that is the nature of their
have you
conservation there.
Have you thought about getting a job either at Epcot or SeaWorld to work in the manatee portion of the park?
I think you need to be like a marine biologist, like a real person that has like some sort of like.
No,
you might.
I hope Jimmy's going where I'm hoping Jimmy's going where I'm going with this.
When I worked at Discovery Cove, that was like the number one question every kid would ask is like the trainers, like, how do I become a trainer? Do I need to get an oceanography? Like, and they'll be like, no, actually, you need to know more about psychology than you need to know about actual marine, biology, because you got to be able to work with the animals and to train them.
Okay, I will tell you, manatees don't need to be trained; they do whatever they want.
Well, yeah, but there's still signals that you give them so that they can perform. Like, we need you to come in the back area so we can examine you, and you train them.
They shake a head of lettuce, and he comes running.
That wasn't my idea.
Different. What was your idea?
When I was working at SeaWorld, they had a trainer for a day program, and that was when they had Amber and Bach. They were the two brand new like calves at the time. You got to bottle feed them.
Aww.
Yeah, and
that's
the way
fun.
the way that you bottle feed them is they come up, like they swim up to you and you have your legs in the water. They roll over on their back, so their belly up, and then you just plug in the bottle right into the mouth.
That's a little bit what like Chubby Boy did. They did teach Chubby Boy to do that when you would feed him lettuce. You could hold him like a baby and feed him lettuce. He was the manatee in Mexico.
My idea was you just get to walk around in a manatee costume with your head sticking out. And then people can throw heads of lettuce at you.
That's fine. That's where I'll end up working anyhow. At some point, everybody's going to realize I should just be walking around in a manatee costume. That's my lot in life.
Like, did you ever see Tusk with the Kevin Smith movie?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the trailer for that movie was enough for me to be like, no, thank you. I don't need that nightmare.
Do we want some other news?
Yes, let's get into some other news.
Bad news for Jimmy's one of Jimmy's favorite things at Disney Springs. I say that because he's the only person that did the NBA experience.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was like there for a week.
Less than a year.
It was 8 months.
Yeah, it's almost like the Starship Cruiser. Yeah.
Well, both of those things got launched right around the time that there was an outbreak. So
no. I mean, Star Wars Hotel was like during COVID.
Was it? Well,
yeah. No, that was like 2021, 22, I think.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I want to say August of 2019 is when NBA Experience opened, or that's when we went for the preview. I don't know. It opened like maybe a week later, so maybe it was September.
Yeah. So what happened to Jimmy D Presents the NBA Experience at Disney Springs? Is it going away?
It will be replaced by Level 99, an immersive real-world gaming experience.
So
is it just an arcade?
They took an arcade away. Replaced it with a basketball experience, and now we're going back to arcade.
This is a franchise. They have a couple locations across the nation.
Oh, okay.
They've got challenge rooms with like mini games that you can do.
Okay. This is just the Earth healing itself. That's all it is.
It looks pretty dope. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it'll almost an escape room meets DisneyQuest meets VR meets like, I don't know, Guts.
It'll probably do gangbusters over there. I have to guess. I mean, DisneyQuest, the only problem with DisneyQuest is their games were super dated. That was their biggest issue.
But it was also kind of the benefit of it is that it was like, it's what you don't get at like a Dave & Buster's or an arcade kind of thing. It was a completely different experience.
Fair point. I'm still mad about the Aladdin thing because it looks so very cool. And you put it on, it was like the dumbest thing ever.
I didn't have a problem with the Aladdin VR, but I am missing the Astro Orbiter.
Where you get to launch soccer balls, basically?
Yeah, the Astro Blaster. That's what it was.
Yeah, the Buzz Lightyear one.
Yeah, you drove around in bumper cars and fired,
Did we do that when we went? I don't feel like did we do that?
We did. Yeah, and we decided to each do it solo, which was more fun because you could drive and shoot.
I guess I'm just I only remember the bad. I just remember the bad and that damn Aladdin ride.
And then The Pirates of the Caribbean ride or attraction was incredibly fun. Incredibly
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool, that one. Yeah. I hope they just bring it all back. Just bring it all back except for that Aladdin ride. Leave it out in the dumpster.
And the pricing is like, it looks like starting at like $29 to like $60. So it depends on like dates and time and all those kind of things.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound bad.
I mean, DisneyQuest was 45. So
towards the end,
Back then,
yeah, it's good pricing. I like it.
$45 then is not the same $45 now. $45 now is like $18 back then.
By the way, speaking of tickets for the Universal Horror Unleashed event or experience in Las Vegas, tickets are on sale. So when I say spooky season is here.
This thing's year round, right?
Yeah, it opens August 14th.
Okay. That's cool. So it's basically like a Halloween Horror Nights. It's around year round.
Yep.
You can check that out. I've never been to Vegas. If I was in Vegas, I'd do that. I'd do that and that supermarket thing. I want to go to that supermarket.
Oh, isn't that a
Publix?
nightclub?
I don't know.
That thing.
Yeah.
Meow Wolf.
Yeah, Meow Wolf, like the art display thing.
I don't think they're gonna let you in.
Why?
I don't think you're getting in there.
I think we're supposed to get something like that here on iDrive, actually.
No, they canceled that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I think that was around the same time we were supposed to get an Alamo Draft House.
Oh,
Yep, I think that
dang
might.
it.
Yeah, that was
Why'd
another
they take-
casualty
why-
of the COVID.
Very quickly, I'll run through these two other stories. Another Dickerman story. The permits have been greenlit for the demolition of the River of America.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, we're getting ready for Villain's Land, right? Among
And-
other things.
In Cars.
In Cars. And they're taking away Tom
Water.
Sawyer's Island. That's not closed yet, though, right?
No, but they're taking away water.
Yes. Yes.
Somehow,
concerned-
magically.
I'm concerned about the Barrel Bridge. Let the engineers work out the water situation.
Do you want the barrel bridge?
Yes.
Like, if you could have it at your house,
100%.
what if in conjunction with that, you also have to take the caves, and that's the only way to get into your house?
You take them both. Do it. Bring it.
I really should go back to Magic Kingdom before they close that because I loved those caves as a kid.
Yeah, those caves are great. The Barrel Bridge is fun. It's just that's a great area. It's sad to see that one go. I know there's progress, but that was a good one.
It's also just a good vantage point. It just looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's just a nice peaceful area. And
the boat
it's-
over was sometimes a nightmare, though.
but it's also just an area you could just go to. Like, there's no, like, I mean, there's a line to get on the boat, but it's just like you could just spend time there. It's like I always say, it's like you need stuff for like kids to be able to do. And that's just an area where kids can go run around.
Yeah, and just be maniacs. Run around in them caves and get lost. Play with guns.
Yeah,
It's
'cause there was like that one cave that took you up into the
fort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you would shoot the rifles at the runaway train as it went by the fort.
Yep.
And then very quickly, we should probably bring this up for another show. Disney is concerned about the high price of guests.
Oh, well, really? They're concerned about that.
Yes.
Okay. They could do something to fix it.
They should use the Japanese model.
Yeah, do the Japanese model.
Well, it's
Take me
completely
back
different.
to,
It's a completely different model. That's kind of why it is that way.
Roll it back to 2010. Give me those prices for annual passes again. Try that.
Then they would really have to use the reservation system.
They would. All right. Well, we're just about out of time. So, Scott, if people want to find us on social media for all the latest breaking news, where can they go?
You can follow us on Twitter at Theme Park Show, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and Threads at the Theme Park Podcast. And you can watch it at themeparkyoutube.com.
And this show traditionally comes to you live from the Lauren Campbell Realtor.com, T-Bug Gazebo Studios. For Timmy D, for Scott Harris, I am Dickerman. Until next week, we will see you out at the parks.
This has been the Theme Park Podcast. Follow the show on Facebook and Instagram at the Theme Park Podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, check out the themeparkpodcast.com, the iHeartRadio app, or Apple Podcasts.